Hey guys, we're gonna talk about The Rock today. Got my Under Armour on. That's his brand from Baltimore also, so I'm good with it. So let's get professional first. The Rock, also known by his birth name, Dwayne Johnson, is a prominent figure in the entertainment industry, claimed for his versatile talents as a professional wrestler, actor, and producer. Born on May 2nd, 1972, in Haywood, California. Johnson rose to fame through his successful wrestling career in WWE, where he's become one of the most recognizable and beloved figures in the sport. Transitioning to acting, he has since become a leading man in Hollywood, known for his charismatic presence and action-packed performances in a wide range of blockbuster films. With his magnetic personality and dedication to his craft, The Rock has solidified his status as a cultural icon and continues to captivate audiences around the world. Also, one of the best businessmen. Great at investments. All right, guys, get up for The Rock. All right, so to get to know what makes The Rock, we gotta go to the early days, right? So, played football the last 2 years of high school. Obviously, was a star. Gets a scholarship to the Miami Hurricanes, right? The U. The team is stacked. They got Hall of Famers on there. They got Ray Lewis on there. We all know Ray Lewis, best linebacker ever, right? Um, he's in Baltimore. He's like the Gladiator. You ever seen the movie Gladiator? That's Ray Lewis. And he also has Warren Sapp, Hall of Fame, right? So the Rock's there, 91, 95, gets injured, right? Warren Sapp switches from tight end to defensive end, takes his spot. He's a Hall of Famer, right? So the Rock goes drafted, right? Doesn't get enough opportunities to get drafted, right? Goes the Canadian route. Eventually gets cut from there. Calls pops up. Hey, I need a ride. On the way back to his home, reach in his pocket, got $7. Right. So that's a story that's been told many times. But let's freeze it a little bit. Right. So there's a lot of people like that, right? As far as the best in your city, best in your state, right? Get to one of the best colleges, right? So everyone's being nice to you. Everyone's trying to get to know you, right? Everyone thinks that you're the next biggest thing, right? Plus, you feel the pressure, you feel the weight to get your family to the next level. Want to buy your grandmother a house, mom a house, parents a house, right? Want to make sure everyone's good. You know what I'm saying? Then for unforeseen circumstances, right? It could be a lot of circumstances, right? Get injured, like in the Rock's case, right? Play in the wrong position. A lot of those athletes can play multiple positions. Like a wide receiver Mike can play defensive end, Mike can play tight end, Mike can play safety, Mike can play corner, right? So maybe just pick the wrong position for that team, right? Maybe the coach that gave you a scholarship moved on, and then a new coach, you're not one of his guys, right? Maybe you fumbled at the wrong time around the whole world. Just can't get that off your resume. Maybe you dropped the wrong pass. Maybe you missed that wrong field goal, right? Maybe you just didn't get an opportunity for whatever reason. There's a lot of reasons. And in that time, right, the college athletes wasn't getting paid. Shout out to California for changing that, taking a stance on that, right? So you're grinding. You're working out 2-3 hours a day. You're in film study, right? You're working. You're not getting paid. Everyone's getting paid off of you, but you, right, at that time. Your motivation is what? I'm gonna make it to the NFL. I'm gonna eventually get paid. So you work 4, 5, 6, 7 years with that thought. Eventually get paid. Eventually get paid. Most of them don't. Most of them never get paid, right, at that time. Right. So put yourself in the Rock's shoes, right? He could have been in the league, just unforeseen circumstances, injury. You can't. It happens. Football. There's nothing you can do. It's luck of the draw, right? $7. He closes his eyes, thinks about all those workouts, thinks about people who's going to disappoint, embarrassed, got to go back to where he was raised. Maybe, oh man, I'm a failure, right? Let's pause right there. So a lot of people get to that point and never make it out of there. Right? They go back to their neighborhood and never make it out. They're done. They skip up on themselves, starts getting on a vice, think their life is over, right? It's a traumatic experience. A lot of people feel that way. But The Rock was able, to brainstorm like, man, he's probably thinking like, am I done? Was it that workout I missed when I was sick? Was it something I could do? Am I done? And he's like, no, I'm not done. I'm not done. But I guarantee you, the next thing I do, no one would ever outwork me. Right? Whatever room I step in, I'll be the hardest working person in that room from here on out. Right? He's learned those things from that experience. He's never going to feel that experience ever again. Right? He has unlimited motivation, unlimited fuel from that moment. And like he said before, not making it to the NFL was the best thing that never happened to him. Right? Because it turned him to The Rock, as we know it. So when he faced those obstacles in his next as a wrestler, he faced those things that would make another person quit. He didn't quit. There's no quit. Right? Not that he quit in the NFL either. Right? He didn't quit in the NFL. But as a wrestler, he's dealing with things that would make someone else quit. Right? Remember they were saying, Rock, you suck. Rock, you suck. Remember that? Probably don't. But it happened. He had to overcome that. You know how he did it? By being himself. The more he showed himself to the camera, the more they liked him. The more they cheered him on. Guess what? He's in the Hall of Fame as a wrestler. He's still the face of the sport. Even today. Right? Now he's actually on the board. So. But yeah. Also, right? Let's go into the movie career. Right? Everyone was laughing at him. Oh, you can't act. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to be a good actor. You're this and that. It's like, okay. Ain't nobody going to outwork me. Right? No one is going to outwork me. I get it with my bare two hands. I've been here before. I've had doubters. No one's going to tell me I can't do something. I'm going to do it. And a lot of champions like that. Right? Became biggest movie star ever. Right? You took those lessons from the past, became better. So if you don't make it to the league, if you're number 53, right? If there's only 52 people that made it on the NFL roster, you're number 53. It's like The Rock is number 53. Now you have a role model, you have an example of someone who's done bigger and better things, right? So with those people who are in those positions, The Rock shows that life's not over. It's just beginning. Alright, so what I get from The Rock personally is that I just envision, like, from following him on Instagram, his dedication, we mentioned before, it's off the charts. He's a celebrity that celebrities look up to, right? Because it's constant, right? So, let's say you go to an award show, you go to the Grammys, Oscars, right? And it's Friday night. You get invited to all these parties. Hey, The Rock, having a party, and I would love for you to be there, and this person's going to be there. The Rock's like, I already got plans. She was like, oh, okay, well, what's your plans? Oh, I'm going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be great. I found the gym 20 minutes away from here. It's all the 1990, 2000, all the best equipment that, it's not going to have any air conditioner. So I can get some sweat equity. I talked to the owner. They're going to turn the heat all the way up. I'm excited. It's gonna be awesome, right? And then the lady's like, okay, like, alright, you gonna do that on a Friday night? But yeah. After that, go home see my family, right? And a lot of celebrities, and that's why The Rock is a celebrity that celebrities look up to, right? Because they're faced with those challenges, right? And then a lot of them, they get all in shape for their role. 3 months later, they look like crap, right? Because they go to those parties, they hang out, they get caught up in the fame and the glamour, and they lose themselves, which is normal. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's a lot of lessons learned. But The Rock is a role model for people who don't want to look like crap ever. Always want to stay right, ready to go. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? All that type of stuff. Always dedicated, always motivated, right? So he's a role model, right? And I look up to that because I'm like, wow, I would go to that party, right? Hey, a lot of people would. That's why a lot of people don't like The Rock, right? Also, I respect The Rock has a cheap meal every week, right? So he works out, eats right 99% of the time. For that cheap meal, you better get out of his way. A lot of times he's looking forward so much that he goes live. Takes a shot of tequila, of his tequila, right? Eats his food. You know what I'm saying? He's excited about it, looking for it all week, right? And I respect that so much because we've seen the Rock challenge. He naturally can eat 3-4 boxes of pizza, cookies, right? And he's still with that hunger. He's still putting it in check and doing what he has to do, being dedicated. Where a lot of normal people can only eat 3-4 slices of pizza, and they still dealing with that and aren't as dedicated to stay off their diet. For me, I don't have a cheat meal. I have cheat days. I have cheat weekends, right? That's why I don't like The Rock. But it's motivation. It's motivation. So, um, it's all about his cheat meals too. He always posts about it. You gotta earn them, earn them, earn them, earn them. So, number 53, The Rock Johnson. Right? He's bought a professional football league, the XFL, right? Which provides a platform for people who didn't make it to the NFL, right? Or they made it and they're no longer in the league, right? He's giving them a platform to show their talent, to show their skills, and also get paid for being a professional athlete as well. So I think that's awesome because it gives people that second chance, their chance that wasn't available in his time, right? So I think that's wonderful. I think that's great, and I think that's good. And that helps out a lot of people. So let's close it out, right? So there's no such thing as failure, right? There's success and there's learning. And The Rock is an example of that, right? So if your first dream doesn't work out, take everything that you learned, everything, all the skills, all the knowledge that you acquired from that first dream, and then use that on your second attempt, your second dream. You're going to be so much farther ahead than a normal person who's just starting out. And that might be what your destiny really is, right? So don't give up. Believe in yourself and keep learning, right? Keep being successful. Never ends. All right, guys. Catch you later. Peace.